What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're usually a little slowed down, a little laid back here on Fridays. Your boy has been deathly sick, it feels like, the last week. I've been putting this off until the night before. So I'm going to try and record this, get through it without coughing or sneezing or just wanting to cry pretty much as possible. So if it seems to be a little edited weird, that's the reason why. But today we're going to be talking about the WWE NXT Takeover Elite Series 5 figures, the unreleased wave. Well, kind of unreleased. So join me down the toy aisle. So the first figure from Series 5 is none other than Hideo Itami, or Kenta in New Japan, or AEW, or wherever else you might know him from. It's Hideo Itami. And this figure looks great. This was a unique sculpted head, which I don't believe got released at all. This robe was never released, and it was literally specifically for this figure. Like I said, the figure itself is kind of bland. It does come with an entrance robe, which is a big selling point for a lot of the NXT figures. Looks really cool with the yellow. Has a Hideo on the back. Looks pretty nice. And it looks good in packaging. Now, Hideo Itami had a couple figures released under his time in WWE. Let's go ahead and do a quick check real quick. All right, so as you see, he had 3 figures that were actually released. One was the NXT Basic that we've already talked about. One is the unreleased Elite, so I'm not counting that one. And then 2 versions, I guess you could say, are the just the Basic Series 56, where they were doing a chase of adding the Gold World Heavyweight Championship in there. Those have the same head, and I think, just off looking, that the NXT TakeOver Basic and Elite would have had the same head. So it just looks like it has way better paint apps, a little bit of true effects added on there. It does look good. I like it. I think it captures his likeness pretty well. Not now, obviously. It wouldn't have even captured his likeness by the time he left WWE. But still a solid figure. This one probably hurt the most that we didn't get, honestly. I was really looking forward to this figure when he was feuding with somebody, or Finn Balor was feuding with somebody in like 2014. And the other made their debut to help with whoever was getting attacked. It's a pretty solid figure, though. This would have been from NXT TakeOver Chicago in 2017 is when this would have been based off of. On to the next. The next figure in the set is Roderick Strong. Now, believe it or not, you could actually go on eBay and find this official jacket on eBay to buy. It's like $20. Not too bad, honestly. Now, the figure itself is kind of basic. Roderick Strong kind of has that creator wrestler look to him, so it's not going to be anything too intense, obviously. But it's just it's a guy. I think he has like blue tights here, yeah, blue trunks. The head, I believe the head is the same one we we actually ended up getting with the War Games Elite, which if you got that one, you don't need any other Roderick Strong, in my opinion. Yeah, it looks good. It has the RS on the side. Has like a lightning bolt on the side of the trunks too. Has RS and some logo on the front. I don't remember what the back of the jacket looks like, if there was anything on it. Has Strong on the back. Yeah, it doesn't show the back of the jacket. It's a solid figure. It sucked at the time that we didn't get it, but we ended up getting the War Games. God, what was it? They released, I believe, the Roderick Strong first, and then they released Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish in the same set, I think. And then Adam Cole was released after that. But like, we finally got a 4-man team from one specific match, which is kind of hard to do in today's standards. But yeah, like I'm not too worried about missing this. The Hideo Itami one still does sting a little bit because he never got an official like elite figure. But Roderick Strong did get one, and he just had an AEW figure be released at the time of recording. So it's not the end of the world by any means. He also had several basics, which we don't need to worry about those. One that we ended up getting, which is very weird. The whole line, like the Series 5 was canceled, except for Andrade for whatever reason, and he became a ringside exclusive. Very, very strange. But this is from his time as champion, NXT Takeover Orlando, April 2017. This is a solid figure. I don't remember. Yeah, it comes with the man bun sculpt. This was a great figure at the time. It's weird that they gave him the really small legs with the big arms. The face scan is great. It comes with this little fedora. It has what you would want for an Andrade. The only thing it was missing was a robe, which we later got with his, I'm going to throw a number out there. I don't know. Elite 74. Sure. I don't know. It was like a yellow and black attire. We got his little entrance jacket with that, but we did not get it with any of his other releases. But this was all you needed for the Andrade. Also, for whatever reason, they put really small hands on this figure, which was a choice for sure. I don't know. Like, you can see how small the hand looks. It was weird. But, yeah, it was kind of short. It was a good figure at the time because we were just happy to get it. But, obviously, looking back at it with a 2025 vision, you would see, like, there's some issues. Also, oddly enough, they removed everybody from the back of the box when they released it because they would have been down here. So, that's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to his new Elite that's coming out with the Speed title. Because that yellow Elite of his is really good. So I'm anxious to compare them once we get there. On to the last figure in the set. The last figure in the set would have been Titus O'Neil, which was a very random announcement in my opinion. It says the attire was based off his May 2012 SmackDown. His NXT debut was 2010, which they weren't NXT at the time. It was FCW. Which you could make the same thing for Rollins and Reigns and Rusev. Anyway, that we're getting off track here. But the figure was kind of generic. It came with his whistle, which was nice. It came with the NXT cloth shirt, which we got with Roman Reigns earlier in this series. And the green tights, I couldn't even tell you what was on the tights. I'm assuming some form of his logo. It's strange. Now, this would have been our only way of getting a Titus O'Neil Elite figure until the whole Greatest Royal Rumble sliding under the ring mistake that he made that one year. And that ended up getting us a Royal Rumble Elite for Titus O'Neil. One of the most random things. You could have thought that he was not going to get an Elite by any stretch of the imagination. And him making a mistake during a pay-per-view led to him getting an Elite. But that is the unreleased NXT TakeOver Elite Series 5. Like I said, Andrade came out. We ended up getting Titus O'Neil, just different trunks in a different shirt, obviously. We ended up getting a better Roderick Strong, in my opinion. It would have been nice to have the single run jacket, but it is what it is. He is most remembered for his time in Undisputed Era in WWE, or NXT rather. The Hideo Itami one still does sting. It was supposed to be released, what was that, 2018, 2019? All those years later, and it still does suck. But that is going to be it for this trip down the toy aisle. Once again, I'm sorry, I'm so sick. You can kind of tell how drained I am. I want to know what you guys think about this series. Would you have liked for the whole set to come out? Are you hung up on Hideo like I am? Or are you just happy with getting Andrade? Let me know down in the comments below. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.